All right, everybody. Here's the surprise. Ash Hand is
It's
back in
me. I'm
action.
the surprise.
So let's switch over here. Just want to say hit the subscribe button before we start, guys. All right, ready? You ready?
Yes.
Can you hear? Oh shit! You know what? Why don't I fucking do a sound check real quick? I didn't even do that. See, that's what they get from the YouTube channels.
Man, I
The
can't
behind
get
the
over how
scenes.
funky my face looks.
Everybody, if her face looks funky, make a comment. If it don't, make a comment. I don't think her face looks funky. I got so excited I didn't even turn my mic
It's
on
the
or nothing.
lighting. Oh, I don't have mine on either.
Do you need me to make it brighter
No. So
or a different color up
so
there?
everyone knows, because it's just like,
Whoa,
that's I like that.
You
I
like
like that a
that?
lot. Yeah.
Okay, want me to tone it down? Whoops.
Whoa, let me give me a seizure.
How's that?
The first one was good, whatever that was on.
Right there.
Yeah.
You like that bright? Okay.
Yeah. Bright's okay sometimes.
Okay. Okay. Mine's on. Hello. We got to check here.
I don't know if mine's on.
I think
Is it on? Oh yeah.
There you go.
Sorry, it's been a while.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
I got that stuck in your head. Since I recorded. All right, you ready now?
I think so.
I think we're totally ready. Okay. Well, hello, jiggos and jiggalettes. It's another fun edition of Border Goddamn Bagel, you motherfucker. I knew it. I told you.
The cat.
I fucking told you.
Oh, did he knock it down?
He's fucking jumping around already.
Oh, are you gonna kick him out?
Yes. I'm sorry.
It takes us a minute to get ready.
We got all of our farm animals.
Here, let me see if I can catch him.
I hear his fucking drunk ass.
Hey,
he's right. Hey, quit it, fucker. He's like, ow! He's attacking me. Here he he just ran out. Go shut the door. He just ran out. That motherfucker said, wow, and ran. Especially when you started going, come here, you little fucker.
All right.
Let's try this for the third time. All right. I knew it. I knew that motherfucker was going to do it. He's like Tyler. He can't
not mess with stuff.
All right. You ready?
Yes.
Okay.
Sorry. I'm like adjusting to watching myself on video.
All right. You ready now?
Yeah.
Well, hello. Welcome back, everybody, to another fun edition of Borderline Texas Trash. I'm your host with the most, baby. This is Uncle Boo, baby. I'm coming in on the silver saddle, baby. We're going to get down and get funky. You ready for the big announcement I got, guys? I told y'all. Sorry I didn't leave much notice on Facebook and mess with y'all like I was going to. It's been a busy week, and we're going to record this early so we can have peace and quiet. But without further ado, here's the surprise.
Hi, guys. It's me, your other favorite host, Ash Handy. It's been a long time.
It's been 3 weeks since you looked at me, tossed my head and said I was angry.
Yeah,
sorry.
It's been a long time, but the surprise is that we are going to be kind of revamping Borderline Texas Trash, and I will be coming back as a regular host.
Yeah, she's gonna come back as Catwoman.
Yeah. So
then the week after that, was thinking maybe a Ninja Turtle or something.
Yeah, like I just get to be whatever I want.
Yeah, just anything. Every day, something different.
Yep, it's been a long time, so today's just gonna be like a bullshit.
Yeah, I didn't do any stupid news or anything. I just figured we could all catch up with old Ash Handy here and just
I have a lot to catch up on.
Oh God, yeah, because it's been like a year.
There's been a lot happening.
You've been on the podcast, so
yeah.
And you can believe this is episode 115.
No.
Bam! Too sweet, baby. That's fucking crazy.
Yeah. Well, and I just, like I said, I'll explain myself further. Obviously, I just kind of like left, kind of gave up, whatever. Steve and I had our, I'm not going to say issues because we never
got
really
in a
fight
big-
about it.
We got in a big bar fight.
Yeah.
Kind
we,
of like on
beat the shit out of each
Roadhouse.
other.
You know Roadhouse, that one scene where the two guys are fighting and the bouncer goes, fucking let them fight. They're brothers. That was me and her.
Yeah. Yeah, basically. But as I'll describe further today, once we've kind of figured out what's been going on with all my health issues, because that's been a lot of it, everything kind of makes sense now. So I'm just excited to be back. You'll have to bear with me because I'm going to have to get used to talking on here again, but I shouldn't sound like an amateur for too long.
Yeah, you should be alright.
It should be like riding a bike. Like, I
Yeah,
come back
it's
pretty
easy.
naturally.
It's like, you know, hitting someone with a frying pan. Once you've done it, it's just
Yeah.
natural.
And we have all kinds of ideas. As you
yeah.
know, Texas is basically on fire right now. It's pretty
Oh,
hot.
God, they're everywhere. And in Oklahoma, they
Yeah.
got a big one, too. So our prayers go out to Texas and Oklahoma right now. And I know across the United States, there's big-time droughts and more fires.
It's pretty bad. So
Yeah.
right now, like I said, today's going to be like a bullshit episode. But we definitely have like a lot of ideas coming. We're going to get some new, even like media out there,
Yeah.
updated pictures of us this year, stuff like that. We have a lot of ideas for the podcast.
Hell yeah.
I think it's going to be good. And
It's going to be great. I can't wait for you to talk to Uncle Dickie.
And of course, I'm excited because I'm coming back
That's awesome.
close to my favorite season. So we're gonna
Hell
have
yeah, because
we're gonna have
Halloween,
football.
guys. That's what I've been telling them.
Yeah.
We get past its fucking heat.
fall.
Halloween and it's
So-
fall and football.
We're gonna do football talks. We've
Yes.
got some reaction
Yeah, because see what I was
videos we're talking
thinking,
about doing.
not doing NFL picks, but doing like college picks. Like me and Ashley go through the top 25 every week, and whoever wins the most games wins that week. And at the end of the year, we'll see who's a fucking champion, right?
Steven's totally gonna kick my ass, but
I don't know. Sometimes I can pick them, sometimes I can't, girl.
yeah, we got
It'll be fun.
lots
We got
of
a lot
ideas.
of fun shit planned out. And I don't know if y'all have ever done watch-alongs, but we got one we're going to do there. We're going to pick a movie and tell y'all to watch it wherever you can and then say, ready, 3, 2, 1, play, and watch it. And we won't do any audio of it, but we'll be talking about it
No,
as
but
it's going.
like
Because I've listened to them, and that's what the people do.
I'm trying to get on with some of the new fads. I don't necessarily
Yeah.
like understand all of them. But
I say fucking do it till we get caught.
but that seems to be one of the things.
Yeah. It's
reaction
really hard to
videos.
watch your ass doing this shit.
Yeah.
You
Well,
know,
I
it's
see a lot of it
crazy.
even on TikTok. Like,
Because, like, if I put any music from the Microsoft program I have onto the YouTube channel, so it won't let me do it because I don't own the copyright.
yeah.
But if
see,
I put the
don't-
music on from my Personas, my podcast equipment that's licensed to me, I claim it.
Yeah, and I've got to get back to knowing all that stuff too. So but it'll be okay. We'll get it figured out.
If y'all can tell, I'm really pumped up. I've been waiting for this podcast all day, but I've had the bubble guts. I'm sorry that's a lot of information, but Jesus.
What'd you eat?
I don't know. I think I'm pregnant because it was hitting me all morning.
Could be.
Then I had pasta and a Sprite for lunch. Settled my fucking belly right there, I tell you. Then I came home, had a Red Bull at my chili pigskins. I was all right.
I
Sounds
haven't
like
really
a
eaten a whole
holiday.
lot today.
Yeah.
Which, again, like I said, I won't go into detail.
Oh, and as if who doesn't know, who's maybe has got onto the show in last 6 months or a year, don't know who Ash Handy is. She first started out the episodes with me. She's in the first, I'd say first 50, I think, something like that. So just look back and get her up there. But when I was talking about my nephew passing, it was her brother.
That was my brother.
Yeah.
So we started the podcast, and it was really exciting. I didn't mean to be a quitter. Steven and I have already worked that out. I just wanted to get on here, like I said, this like a bullshit episode, kind of catch you guys up on my life. I know the last time that I was on here and we talked a lot. Before I did completely quit, I was really busy. So
Playing with
basically, what
sausage.
happened? Yeah. Well, basically what happened was I got a job. I got back. I don't know if I ever talked about it on here, but my main job history is working with animals
And
in the
her
medical
love is
field.
animals.
Yes, absolutely. I have lots of well, that's not one, but I have a lot of tattoos that are like animal stuff. So got a job. It was super, super hardcore busy all the time. So I was becoming more undependable for the podcast stuff. And then about, I'm going to say like October, I started getting really sick. I got like a really hellacious stomach bug, and this is an exciting time for me to share this because I'm about to tell y'all what's wrong with me, and then we will get to be on the journey together of me getting fixed. So
The journey
yeah,
begins.
I'm pretty excited. So got sick about October, got a really bad stomach bug, never really seemed to get better after that. I didn't get insurance until February of this year, so that kind of put me behind. But long story short, on the job stuff, I worked at one clinic for like a year. That was the one I was working at whenever I was on here before. It was like, oh, I'm too busy to do the podcast, whatever. It was shit, quit. And then I ended up quitting that job, and I found one here in town that's more local.
Really local. It's 5 minutes from my house.
Yeah. It's here in Mineral Wells, Palapino Veterinary Clinic, for anybody that's listening that's from the area. They've been open since 2020. I will probably work there until I retire.
They're the oldest business in Mineral Wells.
But yeah, it's great. It's wonderful. That's like, obviously, aside from my family, that's like the best thing in my life right now.
And they do love the animals there.
Yeah, my doctor that I work for is pretty great. But yeah, so that worked out. It was really hard last year for jobs, but I've been at this place a year in November this year. So that part's getting better. But yeah, I've just been really sick, and you can ask Steven, like every month since that October month, I just get worse and worse and worse and worse. And then, as you guys heard, my younger brother died. This weekend is his memorial party, and yesterday was his 24th birthday. So I do want to talk about him for a minute. And we have some recordings of him as well that we're going to end up putting out there. He was excellent. He should have been an announcer for wrestling or
he was real good with the gift of gab, man.
He had a beautiful voice, beautiful teeth, and he could just talk. I mean, he could just shit would just come right off of his head like it was nothing.
Like another Eminem.
But in the middle of me being sick, then he got really sick, and by really sick I mean he almost died.
Yeah, because I was keeping them updated.
Yeah, he got a heart condition and all that, and then we lost him. Was it July 1st?
It was right before the 4th of July.
Yeah.
I mean, like,
yeah,
real close. Matter of fact, 4th of July this year was on a Monday, and he passed away that Friday before that Monday.
Yep. Okay, so it was first.
So it ruined the weekend.
It was, he did pass away the 1st before 4th of July. I don't know if he told you guys exactly, though, but he did die playing wrestling video games in the middle of a match, talking shit to his friend.
To his best friend.
So couldn't have gone out a better way on that one. I find a lot of comfort in how he passed because we had to take care of him the last couple months that he was alive, and he was pretty scared to pass away in a hospital by himself. So that really wasn't that bad. But we miss him dearly. We still wish he was here, but we know it's better for him.
He ain't hurting anymore.
And then what's crazy about all that stuff with him was, so I don't know if Steven's ever told you guys before, but bad hearts kind of run in our family.
Yeah.
Some people have cancer.
Not really, but on our dad, and it's worse on our dad's side.
Well, and I find out it's bad on Troy's side too.
Yeah.
So you have it on your dad's side, which is my grandpa, and then my dad's side of the family.
Because we always get it when we're older.
Yeah.
Jared was like, God damn. You said you got a cousin that's what, 27?
20. She's between me and Jared's age. So I'm 29, and Jared would have been 24, and she's already been diagnosed.
Being that young and having a heart condition already.
Yeah. So, but the only good thing that came out of all of this is I still hadn't been able to figure out what was wrong with me. And my brother and I shared the same doctor who also takes care of our mother, who has the same thing. And it's, 6 months into everything that's going on. And then Jared gets diagnosed, and they're like, hey, let's make sure that it's not your heart. So I went to the cardiologist last week, and it's my heart. But the only good thing with mine is we don't think it's the shit that my brother had that everybody else is getting. I have a leaking heart valve, which can totally be fixed. I can go back to
All
a
you're gonna do is
regular.
gonna have to just drink some Fix-It flat. It'll be all right.
Yeah. So I get my echogram on Friday this week, and then after that we figure out how to fix it. So now we're all aware. I'm going to get the genetic testing done to see if it's a gene that we've all been carrying around. That way, everybody, if it is, then, you know, people
Yeah.
like Steven or whatever, they just go and get that blood test done. We don't have to worry about doing all the steps that I had to do because I was already sick. And then I have a 5-year-old, so I can get her shit tested too.
That's
if
what
I
I'm
come back
saying,
with
and
it.
everybody thinks I'm crazy. If I can make it to 65, I'll be happy. Everybody's like, why 65? Well, that's a good old man age to die at.
I agree, and a lot of people are like, "Oh, that's so young," but again, because everyone in our family has
Yeah.
had a bad heart, like it's
Yeah.
literally always been. I mean, my dad died at 49, but she was an alcoholic, but still. My mother's 52. She has congestive heart failure. Yeah, we just don't. We don't
I
make
don't
it
got
that
a bad
long.
heart. I just got a cold heart. Ooh.
So I'm just trying to make an effort to take better care of myself so I can be around and do things like this that I love and go back to being the
Being
super
Ashley.
energetic person. Because you can ask Steven, I'm a little bit better now that I know what's wrong with me, but
Yeah.
in general, my body can't keep up. So I'm pretty tired and boring most of the time, which is not the person that you guys knew before, which is a lot of the reason why I quit. But I'm working on my health now. I'm getting back to it, and I'm ready to get back into the podcasting stuff.
I feel like we should be doing that speech right now that Leonardo does on that. What is it? When he's fixed it, they want him to leave the company, and he's like,
Oh,
gets
Wolf
up
of
there.
Wall Street. And he's
Yeah.
like, I'm just kidding. I'm not leaving.
He's like, you know what? I'm not fucking leaving.
Yeah.
I'm not fucking going anywhere.
Yeah, that's me right now. Well, that's how I feel in general. I'll tell you guys, and I don't care to put it all on here, but
You know what? Next time we start making announcements like this, we need to set it up like a press conference.
oh yeah.
That
But
would be awesome.
the last year has been
Crazy.
It's been crazy, and when I tell you that it's tested Steven and I, and
Oh my God. Everything. Jesus Christ.
I can't
That's
go into
why.
detail about all of it, but a lot of shit has changed since last time I've been
Yeah.
on here. I've changed since last time I've been on here, but I feel like we're different, stronger, better people now, and we're
Hoorah.
ready to make the podcast even better than it was before.
Yes.
And now we've got the video stuff. So I'm pretty
soon
excited.
I'm going to start upgrading on stuff and getting some more stuff in here. So yeah, our stuff will be growing, guys.
I'm still an animal freak.
Oh,
Still
God,
an animal
yes.
enthusiastic.
At one
person.
time, she had 5 dogs.
I did.
Every time she get one, she'd be like, "I'm not getting another one."
So
And then she'd go to Walmart.
Yeah.
Come home with one.
Well, half of them were foster cases. I had a 3-legged pit bull named Zach. And
He's a good boy.
I also
like
want to make it clear that I didn't get rid of any of my animals. Most of them were foster anyways,
Yeah.
so I just found them homes. They stayed with me, but they're all still happy and in safe homes. I'm not one of those people that are like, "Oh, I'm moving. I have to get rid of my dog."
Pound.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. And I only say that because one of the things that did happen to us in the last couple months, you can ask Steven, every time I would start talking about coming back to the podcast, something would happen.
Oh God, we'd start talking, making plans.
So the last time was probably back in April, and the stuff with my parents happened. Not going to get into that on here. But then right after that, I lost my house. Me and my boyfriend had been in a pretty nice rent house since we moved in together. It was already becoming too pricey because, as you know, we're in a recession and inflation and everything
Yeah.
else. But we weren't set to move out until actually next month. And they decided to put it on the market and listed it as empty and ready to move in. And I have children. Steven's children come to my house. I'm pretty freaked out about all the child stealing stuff. And people are just pieces of shit in general.
Basically, she
So-
wanted to use Ashley's furniture to sell the house.
Yeah, so she wanted me to keep the house clean 24/7, show ready 24/7, which means my 5-year-old can't play. I've got to find somewhere to take the dogs, all of that.
Within 10 minutes.
And then on top of that, because they listed it empty and ready, and this is totally normal if it really was an empty and ready house, but we were having people come by looking in my windows and shit. And
Yeah.
so we literally packed up all of our shit within 5 days, like 2 years worth of living together in 5 days, shoved most of it into storage, and lived at my brother's for about a month until we could
Yeah.
find a new place to live. And it was really hard. We had some roommates because it was such a big house, and then that caused problems. And then I had some other projects that I was working on that didn't pan out. So we're both finally at a point in our life where I hope the bullshit's done, and if it's
God.
not, guess what? We don't care anymore.
Yeah, we're done. Fuck it.
Yeah, so
Put a fork in me.
I've been saying I'm gonna come back, and every time I do, something's happened.
Oh God,
but
yes.
now I'm about to get my heart fixed, and we have
Yeah.
a nice, beautiful little tiny rent house. Life has gone back to a pretty good place.
Back to
And
normal.
I got a second job, working for a dog groomer who shows poodles.
And she's
So fell into
working
that
night.
too.
She's working night shift too. She's got a third job. She's working night shift at the Pilot bathroom stall, third Gloria.
Oh my God, no.
Just knock like 3 times like this. And that's the
That's the
secret knock.
code.
Yeah. Because if you
No.
don't, you're going to get a trucker's butt.
Look, I'm just saying that I would never do that, but I have seen truck stop hookers in action. It was pretty awkward.
Yeah, it is awkward.
Because it's like, you're like, wait a minute, is she doing what I think
I
she's
know.
doing?
It's like when you see them jump from one truck to another, and you're like, wait a minute.
And I'm like, oh, she's in such a pretty dress, like she's going to prom or something.
Yeah, and then you see her, and then you see her get back into another truck, and you're
And I
like,
was like, wait a minute.
oh,
Like,
wait a minute.
what?
Yeah, because at first the first time I seen one when I was hot shot, and I was like, why is a fucking girl running around here in a nice dress? She seen her jump out of a truck. Well, then I seen her jump out of one, talk to a guy, and go to another one. I was like,
Yep.
oh,
That's about the time
yeah.
it clicked for me too. I was like, oh.
No, she's not going to prom. She's not going to something fancy.
She definitely was not going to prom.
No. She was going to have a prom night dumpster baby. Remember that?
Oh, yeah.
God.
Family Guy's been around forever. That was like my first inappropriate cartoon that
man.
I ever watched as a kid.
That's
It was
crazy.
pretty good.
Well, The Simpsons, they've been around since like 88 or 89. God damn, that makes me feel old as shit. Because I was like 13 then.
And closer down into the fall, like whenever we have our Halloween party this year,
Oh, yeah.
we're going to set up the podcast there and do
Yes.
interviews. It's too hot
Oh,
right
yeah.
now to do anything.
It's too hot to do anything.
Um,
I'm telling you guys, I don't know where you're living, but here in Texas, it's hot as fuck.
I have a lot of stuff planned for October because it's my favorite
Yes.
month ever.
Like I said, we're going to do our first watch along we think we want to do. We've been talking about it as Rocky Horror Picture Show for Halloween.
That's my favorite movie of all
Yes.
time around Halloween.
And we can watch it together because, I mean, I'm not going to lie. I know every word of that fucking.
Well, if I can find one close, I haven't found one close enough here. When I lived in Oklahoma, there was one actually at the
Yeah,
theater
one of them
downtown.
theaters where they interact with you.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I love going to the live shows of it. They're all
Yes.
different. They all do it their own way, but like it's super fun.
It is. I would do the time warp again.
It's a good time. It's a good time.
Crazy.
But yeah, we got my brother's memorial this weekend. It's gonna be
Yeah.
pretty good. He didn't want to have a funeral or anything, so we never did. So we're having like a
just said-
celebration of life party.
Yeah, he just said have a barbecue.
Yeah, so we're gonna have people come by from like an allocated time period, like the distant relatives, to give condolences or tell stories or whatever, and then everybody else will stay as late as they want. Ash Handy has to be careful until I get my heart fixed. I can't
Yeah.
really do a lot of recreational
She won't be
activities.
doing fire it up.
No.
Last night, she was on the old baked side of a potato, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, the heart stuff has been really hard. Regular day-to-day activity is hard, and not that I'm like an alcoholic or a drug head or anything, but like, you know, just like any other regular adult, when I don't have my kids and
Yeah.
I'm having fun, I like to drink a little or whatever, and I can't do
She
shit.
turns into fire it up, fire it up.
Well, what's funny is when I get better, when I get the procedure done, and then I'm like 100% back to normal, I'm gonna drink one night, and then I'm gonna.
Yes. Hey, that's what we should do. We should do a drunk
We should do it on the
podcast.
podcast.
Yes, wait
Ash
till
Andy
it's
gets drunk for the first time after our heart
me and you
gets fixed.
together, and we'll do it on the back porch when it's nice and cool. Yes,
That sounds like a
and
good
just
idea.
bullshit and talk about whatever.
Talk about life.
Yeah.
That sounds like an excellent idea.
Yes, we can call it drinking with Ash Andy.
Your little hand on your shirt is just
driving you nuts.
yes.
It's when the Rangers were good.
Mm.
And they was in the playoffs, actually, went to the World Series. Something about the claw shit. I can't remember what it was. They don't do it anymore. It's one of them fads.
Also, Mega Millions is up to $1 billion.
Yes, so I suggest get that so you can go 1 billion.
Yep. So if you're listening to this, because this will be put out Friday morning, go get you a ticket before they do the drawing, because you're probably not going to win, but
never know.
On the 0.00067 chance that you could.
And if I win it, guys, here's what me and Ash are going to do. We're going to do a podcast outside by the fire and drink and throw our empty glasses in the fire and laugh.
There's a lot of stupid shit that I want to do just because
Yes.
I've never had money. I can't imagine what it would be like to have money.
Like me and her were talking. I'm going to have this house built up, a little storage building, but it's going to be built like a kitchen. No running water, just running electricity. Well, I told her, I was like, well, when we get pissed off and want to tear shit up, we'll hire a crew to go set it up with tables and cheap dishes, and we'll go in there and fuck that motherfucker up with bats and shit. And then we'll get someone to fix it when we're done.
Yeah, like
that'd be so awesome.
Just a stress reliever.
Yeah, don't have any running water to it, just a cement slab with a house on it so you can tear up.
Be pretty dope.
Dude, that'd be so fun. Be
I
like,
agree.
Mr. Booth, you've been stressed out a lot. I've been here 3 times this week. It's been rough. And the heat don't help at all.
The heat's fucking horrible.
God damn.
I am truly sorry to everyone who works in the heat. And
Yeah.
you are amazing. I could never do it. I'm a very pampered woman. I may bust my ass at work, but I do it in the AC. Sometimes I even have to wear a jacket. I'm a brag. But those of you who are working in it, I'm thinking of you. I don't
For
know.
the working man.
I don't know if you've seen this video, Steve, but obviously, since the last time I've been on here, I have discovered that TikTok is not for 12-year-olds. I'm on TikTok now. I don't know how to make them. That's something that me and Steven need to work on, because borderline Texas trash.
We could make some funny ones.
Well, and we need to make a borderline Texas trash TikTok.
Yes,
That's
and that's
just
another way to get
for that.
yeah.
But we need to figure out how to make them like how they do, like the good
videos.
ones.
I guess the only way to do it is we'll just have to just make one and do it.
Yeah. But what I'm saying is I want it to be professional. So
Yeah.
we'll probably make some practice ones on Steven's. And then
Yeah.
whenever we know what we're doing, we'll make a real one. Just because TikTok is a really good way to get
your name
yourselves
out
out there. And if
somehow we can do our podcast and put it on there too.
and so I think that would be a really good idea. And it also might be something, so like Steven's pretty good at running the Facebook page. Maybe I'm gonna end up being the TikTok one. You know what I mean?
Never know.
I'll run the TikTok. You know, there's all kinds of shit I could do.
I do forget about Facebook
Yeah.
sometimes. I try to stay up on it.
Well, we're gonna work on it, but
Yeah.
I'm mainly
I just
letting
been
you.
so sidetracked fucking lately.
I'm mainly letting you keep that one because there's a lot of. Not that I have a problem with any of it. I just don't swing that way. A lot of the people Steven follows got booties and boobies, and they shows them on there, on the Facebook feed. And I support y'all all day long, but boobies and booties don't do nothing for me. I'm sorry. So I think I'll work on making a TikTok page.
Next time I'll put a wiener and balls.
Maybe.
She's like,
What do you call the people that aren't attracted to anything? Is it hetero?
I'm not for sure.
There's a word for that. The people that are just like, I'm just here and I want to have a good time, but I don't like wieners or butts, like or boobies.
That'd be weird going through life like that.
I mean, it's not bad.
Oh, I mean, well, you'd never. Yeah, I mean, because you wouldn't be like, I gotta have some. I gotta get laid.
Yeah, no.
You're like, I want a sandwich.
Yeah, that's me. I want a sandwich or I want to pet a dog.
Yeah.
Like,
Hey, would you want to make a love? No, let's make a sandwich
yeah,
with some mayo.
that's me. But yeah, and so I'm gonna work on a TikTok page. We're gonna work on some new media. There's something else I was gonna say too, but I don't remember, and it's not that big of a dildo.
Wow, big ass dildos.
I'm 100% sober. It's been so long since I've been on this thing, but I would like to do some episodes like how I don't know if y'all remember, but how on certain days, whenever I didn't work the next day or I didn't have my kid, Ash Handy would have margaritas while she was podcasting, whatever. When I get better and I can do stuff like that again, because when I tell y'all,
fun.
You can ask Steven. When I tell y'all that I can barely go to work and keep my house clean, let alone have any kind of social life, you can ask him. Half the time that we do things, like if the family gets together or whatever, Ash Handy's usually sitting in a chair like this.
Yeah, crashed. It's like
I'm so ready to have a normal life again, and it's like sparked a bunch of creativity coming back on this show. It's even sparked creativity for me at home. This is another thing that I could show on the TikTok page or even on our Facebook. Maybe I know a lot of podcast people have like shops. It's not something that I want to do in a hurry, but it's something we've thought about for the future. It could
always be your garage, call it Ash Handy's garage.
Yeah, and well, that's what's leading to me. What I was about to say is I've gotten back into working with my skulls. You can ask Steven. I used to do that kind of shit all the time. Well, whenever I got sick, I just piled up. I mean,
she loves human skulls, so everybody send us your human skull to ashley@skull.com.
So I literally have had a gigantic pile of skulls. Boar skulls, deer skulls, whatever kind of skull I can find. I don't give a shit.
That's the number way to get to her heart.
It is 100%.
If you send her skulls, she'll be crazy.
Yeah. But I'll have to post some pictures on some of the work that I've done because it's actually pretty badass. And it's something that I can do that doesn't get my heart rate fast. That's one of the problems I'm having. And I've gotten back into that. So
she's even had to quit being a stunt double.
Yeah, I can't be doing crazy shit no more.
She was Chuck Norris's stunt double for a long time.
I was actually a stunt butt. God damn it. I was the stunt butt.
I was a stunt butt. I didn't know where he was going with that. I thought he was going to go say stunt buddy.
I was the stunt double for all the Charlie's Angels movies.
Yeah.
Y'all just didn't know.
Yep.
That was me.
She did it all. Just like I was a professional dolphin rider. Just ask Jackson.
Yeah, I'm gonna research how to do TikToks because
because I want to know how to do the videos.
That's what's taking over right now as far as the leading promotion.
Yeah. I've noticed in the Facebook Reels.
Yeah, Facebook is good too.
Facebook Reels.
So I'm gonna work on that because whenever I do make it, I want it to be like real. I don't want them to be like low quality. But they would be great, especially for all the get-togethers that we have.
Oh gosh,
I noticed TikTok it's a lot of trends. So like every week it's a trend.
Yeah.
So like there was the one going around where whenever you were with your family and it was a weekend, you'd be like, "I'm Ashley, and I think Uncle Steven's gonna get the most fucked up." And then it would be like, "I'm Justin, and I think Ashley's gonna get the most fucked up." And then at the end of the night, you videotape on the little
who's
TikTok.
The most messed up.
Yeah. Like stuff like that, we could totally follow all those trends.
Oh God, yes! And just like we could do, like on our podcast, we can do reactions of people's YouTube videos.
Yeah, well,
or watch the YouTube videos.
I was about to say,
yeah,
I really like the idea of movies. Everybody else is doing reaction videos.
And so there's not many people that do. And the reason I got the idea from that, because some of the wrestling podcasts I listen to, they do watch-alongs.
Yeah.
And
I think they're cool, but I don't want to do one to somebody cooking or if that's what you do, that's totally cool. But
we want to do something we enjoy watching.
I'm a really big movie person.
Yes, so what better than movies?
Yeah, there's so many good movies out there. So I think that would be a good
all the time.
Like maybe at least once a month, half of the episode is us reacting to whatever.
Ooh, here's what I can do. Maybe start making a little hustle on the side. I can go back to Patreon. Get back into that page, take everything out, and put our videos we do for that on there, and make them pay like 99 cents to watch the video, to be a member.
Yeah. That's what a lot of people do whenever they start to get bigger. Is you make like half of your stuff the part that you pay for.
Yeah,
And I feel like there's a few people that would.
Oh yeah, we got some diehard fans out there. I'm gonna tell you, Canada loves us.
Oh, I love Canada, so.
So we got a big following there. Want to say thank you, everybody. I didn't say that yet, but numbers are still growing and everything's going good to me. I mean, like I said, we're just two country people doing it that's out of my fucking house. I'm not making any money. We just do it because we love it. You know, so.
I really loved it. I'm excited to love it again.
I feel like playing that song. The boys are back in town. The boys are back. Yeah. See, something like that. I want to know how we could ever use music like that. And, you know what I mean? Because some podcasts do sometimes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I don't know. Maybe they pay for the rights.
Yeah. Pay for the rights to party. How do you like these chairs now? It's nice and comfy recording in here now, ain't it?
It's comfy as hell.
Yes.
And the most important part is I'm not hot.
Yes.
That is what's super important to me right now. It's too hot to
just do anything. That's why we haven't done one outside. We've been wanting to, but goddamn, we'd have to do it at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah. No, so, it ain't no shit. Like,
yeah.
Even whenever it's like 9, 10 o'clock outside, it's still
hot as crap.
Blazing hot.
God, it's woo.
I haven't even gotten into plants this year like I did last year because it's impossible.
And we're in a drought. I know there's a drought hitting everybody in America.
Yeah, we're restricting water again, and I don't want to be that asshole. It's like, use up all the water because I have plants. So,
I know what scares me is when we have a drought like this, we usually have a big old flood the next freaking fall or spring.
Yeah, and flooding is scary.
Yes.
I do not like flooding. I'm in a new house that I'm not quite sure where all the water pools at yet. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Like, my other house wasn't bad as far as that goes. There was only like 2 places in the yard. But I think the one that I'm in now, they said it pools really bad on the side of the house. But it's at least tall enough it won't get in my house. But it's still a pain in the ass.
Oh, yeah.
Because ours is like, it was a house that was moved. So it's on the high slab. You know what I'm talking about? It's cool. And you guys will also be happy to know that I've been in this house since May. And so far, no haunting.
No, nothing spooky. Oh, we didn't tell them about
that's where I was going towards. So I know that I talked a lot about my old house that I told you guys I lost on here. Because that was the place where we all hung out. We had a lot of good memories in that house.
Oh, yeah.
But I also know that I talked to you guys a lot about all the weird spooky shit that happened. We knew the whole time that we lived there that it was haunted. I don't believe in stirring shit like that up. So we never, played with the Ouija board or did anything crazy like that. So
I even wanted to do a podcast over there, but I was worried about waking something up and getting hurt.
And I never really cared to do any research to figure out if anything happened there. I just knew it was haunted and I didn't want to mess with it. So the last week that we were there, when I told you guys that we moved out in a hurry, stuff had happened the whole time we lived there. Like, his daughter moved in with me and was a roommate in the house that I was in the room that I was renting out after my brother left. And even the 6 months that she was there, saw a glass get thrown off the counter.
Yeah.
Saw a door open and shut multiple times. It used to go in her room and throw all of her clothes out of her closet. It was crazy shit. But we adjusted to it. We lived with it just fine. And I always forget whenever, because I've heard this before, but it's never personally happened to me, at least in a home. Like, every home that I've ever lived in was haunted, but I've never had them, like, get worse if I'm leaving.
Yeah.
Well, the whole last week that we were there, activity was pretty high. The other weird, creepy thing that me and Steven were talking about, and it's not like I had a lot of furniture, and it's not like there was a lot of places for them to hide anyways. A lot of the furniture that I did have was, like, really high up. I didn't have anything sitting on the ground. Like, day 2 of us moving everything, we had a huge, you remember all the bugs?
Oh, yeah. Hundreds. The bugs started just coming out.
Hundreds.
Bugs just
spiders, all kinds of creepy crawlies. I mean, it was the most, and I've moved a million times in my life, and I've never seen that happen.
Yeah, because you didn't hardly see any bugs while she was living there.
And we never saw them while I lived there either. Yeah. And it was just really odd, and it was creepy, and the whole vibe of the place was, like, really gross.
Oh, God, yes.
So the last night that we went over there to get stuff, it was me and his youngest daughter, Stephanie. She's like 12. And she's my little ride along. She does everything with me. Well, it was dark outside. We still had the key to the house. We hadn't left it there yet, and we were going by literally to pick up like 3 things and turn all the lights off and lock the door and leave the key. So we pulled in the driveway. We left the truck on with the lights on so that we could still see. And I
haul
went,
ass
yeah.
if they had to.
And then I went around the back to the garage, and she went through the front door. So like she was over here, and I was over here, and we got everything that we needed out of the house, but whenever we went inside, some lights were on that we didn't leave on, and I think there was like some broken glass on the floor, which we know that we didn't do. So we were kind of creeped out. And then whenever we were walking through the house to try to find each other, doors were just slamming. Like, I don't even know what doors were slamming. Doors were just slamming. So, of course, we get scared. I'm a grown-ass woman. I'm almost 30 years old, but I fucking ran. I ran. As we're heading outside, we hear somebody talking, like really, really, really loud. Well, as I told you guys, I left my truck on. We didn't have any music going. Like, my truck was running, but even if there was music going, the volume was turned down to like 8. We go outside, and before we could figure out that the woman's voice was coming from my truck, it was saying Stephanie's name like at least 3 times. And we were so scared I couldn't tell you anything else that she said. Well, we get in the truck, we figured out, and I still can't explain this, my truck volume was turned all the way up, and something had went into my phone, picked a podcast that I had never listened to in my entire life. I can't even tell you what the name of it was. Fast forwarded in the podcast to an exact time in the episode, and I guess whoever they were talking about, maybe the other host in the podcast, I'm not entirely sure. Whoever it was, their name was Stephanie. So it literally managed to fast forward to the part so that whenever we were coming out of the house, all that we heard while we were leaving was Stephanie. Like it was some of the scariest shit I've ever heard in my entire
Stephanie
life.
was like flipped out.
And so we made an executive decision to never go back to get anything ever.
Yep.
And I never went back to the house. And as far as I know, I don't even think they were able to rent it out again. We didn't tear it up or nothing, but I didn't clean it. Clean it. But I did not tear it up.
But you didn't leave it trashed either. I mean, I'm guaranteed 2 days of cleaning it, that place
probably not even that. It was mainly just dust.
Yeah.
But I didn't leave it like disgusting.
Yeah.
I just didn't clean it. I've cleaned every house that I've ever
They
left,
just was gonna fuck the person who ever bought it, saying it was moved in ready.
Yeah. Well, I don't even know if they ended up selling it. That was a crazy situation, and I was really upset, and we had never re-signed the lease agreement, so technically there was nothing I could do to her, but there was also nothing she could do to me. So where in every other situation in my life, because I've been renting places since I was 18 years old and I'm almost 30, I've always cleaned, got my deposit back, whatever. I didn't give a shit about any of that. On this one, I just left the house because I felt like what they did, you know, I didn't trash the place or break windows, but I didn't feel like I had to clean the place up and do anything that would help them with their situation, because they clearly didn't give a shit what they were doing to me and my daughter. So, and that's not something I ever want to get onto real big on here, just because I still think that it's dangerous and people scare me, and I support it, and I want to figure out what I can do more. But the child trafficking and kidnapping shit,
it's crazy. And people for years thought that was bullshit and a lie. It's not a lie.
It's not a lie.
It really fucking happens.
You wouldn't believe just around here how many people have gotten, like, not only kidnapped, but how many people with daughters between my daughter's age and his daughter's age that were out in the front yard, and mom was close enough to notice that they were about to get snatched up. And like, I take that stuff very seriously, and the fact that they would put my daughter's life in danger, because I'm not stupid. Like, those people that do stuff like that, they scope out.
They're sick, yes. They scope out situations. They're not dumb.
And I've taught my daughter.
That's what's so scary about the internet. Because now they can hide and be somebody they're not, and lie their ass off and say, I'm Tony and I'm 10. I'll meet you at the park at 10 o'clock.
I've taught my daughter because luckily we're not old enough that she could use social media yet. I'll figure that out when I get there.
You got a long way to go.
Yeah, but I've taught my daughter that it's okay. We're nice to people in public. We say please and thank you, whatever. But if anyone approaches you that you do not know and they try to say you have to go with them or try to touch you, whatever, I've taught her just to start screaming. So.
Yeah, that's what I would do. Shit.
And you know her, she would. And she's loud. She's loud as fuck. So, but yeah, totally went off on a different part there. But
that's fine. We're catching
up. I love kids, and I hate.
That's what I'm calling this the catch-up episode.
I hate how nonchalant we seem about them in almost every aspect now. Like,
I know.
Our kids are important. They're our future.
I'm a parent, and here's what I don't understand about people leaving their fucking kids in a car and they dying from heat stroke.
Oh, yeah.
I've been busy. Believe me, my kids are active and everything. I'm always coming and going, but I've never, ever once done it. You know, I don't get it. You know, you have another fucking human being in the car.
Now, I do want to say that,
I mean,
I'm not saying all of them, but I do want to say at least on the dog stuff, with smaller dogs.
Yeah.
Because I work at a clinic, because I've worked at different clinics and stuff. It's not an excuse. I don't think there's any excuse with kids. I don't know how you could.
There's not, you know.
But with the smaller dogs that can sneak in your vehicle whenever you're not paying attention, if you're like unloading stuff or whatever, that can happen. And a lot of people don't realize all it takes is 10 minutes. So by the time you get in the house, realize you can't find your dog, and the last place you look is the car.
Yeah.
So I just want people who are listening to know I'm not talking shit about everybody that's ever left anything in the vehicle. No. Steven's like, I am. Fuck you guys. Because I know with the dogs, they can pull a little sneaky on you. Luckily for me, I don't have any small dogs. My smallest dog is 50 pounds. So.
When I get a truck, I'm going to teach Bagel to jump into it like that Chevy commercial. I'm going to whistle.
He's cute.
He's going to come running
the little alien baby that we...
Now everybody says, now his body's big and his head's a little.
I think he's perfect.
I think he's perfect. He's
a really good-looking cat because... I don't mean this in a mean way, but he was so fucking ugly.
And so scraggly. I mean, he looked like he'd been through hell. He was found
the
out in the field,
little baby.
Wasn't he? He was found by the road.
Yeah, I was working at Millsap,
and
somebody, so like contrary to what everybody says about me right now, and again, not going to get into it, but I still think it's funny. I'm so evil. I'm an evil person. But as I've said before, you can't fake my lifestyle. You can't fake being, like...
You can't fake being a bitch.
You can't... you can't fake being, like, Mineral's sweetheart. So, a lot of people will bring me animals or tell me about animals. And Bagel was one of those. Whenever I was working at a clinic in Millsap, a lady just brought him to me crying. I don't know what to do with him. And when I tell you 100%, I didn't even think this motherfucker would live past like a day.
That's
what I even told Steven. I said, hey, I'm going to give Stephanie this cat. Let her play with it for a couple days. See if she can keep it alive. It's probably going to die.
Yeah.
Whatever. No, a couple months later, I was getting him neutered, and he was 100%. And now he's fine. Now he's a year now.
Yeah, and he's a great inside-outside cat. He loves being outside. But it's even too hot for him. You don't go out till it's nighttime.
You neuter your cats early. No. You played footsies with me a little bit.
Okay, that's what I thought. I was sitting there trying to itch my foot, and I felt something. Bam!
If you neuter your cats early, they won't go anywhere. And then on top of that, you just need to spay and neuter your pets anyways.
I was trying to do that goddamn commercial off The Price is Right, because they used to do that. They'd go, please spay and neuter your pets.
That's what I'm going to start saying at the end of every episode.
Yes, please.
Man, y'all don't understand. Again, I'm sorry I'm on my soapbox, but I love animals so much. And with inflation and recession and people not being able to take care of animals, the rescues and the shelters are just, it's fucking sad right now. I'm seeing some of the saddest shit I've ever seen. Everybody's trying their best. It's not anybody's fault, but like, just fucking fix your animals, please.
Yes.
We even have people in town, if they can't get the rescue to pay for it, they'll just pay for it themselves. Like if they live in a neighborhood where there's a lot of cats, they'll just trap them and fix them. Because it's one thing if we have a bunch running around, but it's not that bad if they can't make babies.
Yeah. Because like in my neighborhood, god damn.
His would be a good one if I
My
had the money to
storage
start
unit,
trapping
my
them.
storage building in the front, and my one in the back, they use them as a fuck shack and they use them to have babies.
Yeah, there's always a litter of kittens underneath
Every
them.
time. I don't know how many times I've
And we've seen more kittens this year than we have puppies. But the other problem with the puppies that we're having is people are just dumping them everywhere.
They're
everywhere.
Like, yeah, fuck them.
And
it's too hot to be dumping an animal anyway.
The new house that I'm in now is too small for me to take on any foster cases, and I also don't have a yard. So Ashley is also currently on a break from rescuing people and animals until I get better and I'm in a more suited home to be able to foster again. But I really miss it, and that's another thing. If you have the time and you have the room, there are lots of them that will find a home eventually. They just don't have room for them in the shelter. So, like, if you're
help out.
Yeah, if you have nothing to do, just think about it.
I'll tell you what, if I lived in the country,
it's a very rewarding.
I'd have me some good inside and outside dogs.
I would have so many. I would have so many.
Oh God, she would have a barn full of dogs.
And I could take care of them appropriately.
Yeah, they wouldn't. They believe me, they wouldn't.
Because also, please don't get yourself in a hoarding situation.
Yeah. Don't hoard the animals.
Well, I just don't get that. You know, there was one over here in Parker County. They found.
Oh yeah, she had all them animals.
I'm not going to say her name or anything, but there was a woman that got caught. She
had everything: horses, peacocks, chickens, rabbit, pigs, goats.
And I don't know the story, but whenever they finally got out there, over half of them were already dead from no water, and it was almost like she had just. Oh, well, I'm not going to take care of you anymore, because they were like enclosed in their pens and everything. And as you know, I'm like, just animals and kids, man. That's the only thing you ever see me turn violent over.
Yes. Cats and hoes.
Who is crying at the door?
It's Max.
He's having a puppy dream.
Yeah.
What do you think they dream of?
I don't know.
Mine does the same thing all the time.
It's cute. He's just sitting there. I want to shake him and go, oh my God, wake up.
I'll have to put them on the page, but I'm only down to 3 dogs now.
Yes.
The 2 pit bulls went and lived with my ex-husband, so my daughter could have dogs over there.
Yes, so they went there. They're doing freaking awesome.
It was really hard on him that I was the wild animal house, because my daughter doesn't want to be with. She's like me, so you can ask Steven. She doesn't want to come home to me. She wants to come home to all the animals.
Yeah.
So he took some to his house whenever we lost our house. I wasn't going to get rid of them. They were in a very nice boarding facility until I found out where I was going to put them. So now I am left with, I've got a spotted little cattle dog that I got in Walmart parking lot.
Spotted little cow dog.
She's a year now.
2 different colored eyes.
We still have our German Shepherd. He's over 3 years old now.
And then they got fucking Sue, the big.
I'm a huge Johnny Cash fan, so if you're listening and you're cool enough to know what I'm talking about, everybody remembers the song A Boy Named Sue.
Here's what's so crazy. That dog is a lab, right?
Well, yes, but he's a super mutt lab.
Yeah, and he's
Pointer
tall
and Dane, most
and
definitely.
clumsy. He reminds me of Clifford, the big red dog, but this dog's black.
All my dogs have like nicknames, and one of his is Clifford.
Yes.
Because bless his heart, he's like the sweetest baby on the entire planet. Wouldn't hurt a fly, but he's so clumsy and he's so big.
He's so.
Yes.
I want to play.
And he was a surprise. He was not one that I wanted. I'm not trying to be mean.
Here's the funny thing. Tyler wanted him. It was his birthday.
Yeah.
And
it was back in March.
And guess whose dog that is now?
Yeah.
He's a mama's boy.
He pulled him out of somebody's backyard that was just giving him away for free, and was like, I have to have him because he's a lab, and I've never had a lab, me personally.
Yeah.
He reminded Tyler of a lab that he had whenever he was a kid. And he ended up being a fantastic puppy. He was super easy to take care of, which, as I've said before, get a puppy while you still have older ones, because they watch the older ones and then you don't even really have to train them.
Yeah.
But yeah, he is now my 70-pound baby. He's bigger. He got bigger than our other 2 dogs, my German Shepherd and my cattle dog. And he loves the river, and he's a good boy. He also eats me out of my house. Shit. I've never met a dog more hungry. Oh, yeah. Every time he hits a growth spurt, this motherfucker will eat a whole loaf of bread off the counter.
Yeah. Like, he's so big and tall, he just, and then he locks her out of the house.
Yep, we have to keep a house key outside at all times because he's so tall that whenever he jumps up on the door, he has managed to be able to lock both the deadbolt and the regular lock. It's pretty interesting and impressive. So.
Yeah, he's a big bastard. Him and She-Ra play on the jungle gym out back.
Yeah, my dogs like to get on the trampoline.
Yeah, and she does it in one leap.
Shit.
Yeah, they'll get up there and jump on the trampoline like, hey.
Hey. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I'm missing. My life has been pretty boring because I've been sick, so I don't really have a whole lot of like cool stuff to tell you guys.
Oh. Sorry for that silence, guys.
Sorry, yeah.
I was itching my head. Well, when we're doing a video, I have to wear a hat because I'm bald and the glare off the light, even when it's low.
I'm wearing a wig.
Yeah, she got a good wig. It just came in today for the podcast.
Yeah. I'll be cool and maybe fix my hair next week.
I'm talking
this
to her
week
and she's going to do little dreadlocks.
Hey, if they weren't so bad for your hair and you didn't have to practically cut that shit off whenever you were done with them, I think they're kind of cool.
Or you could get the dookie braids.
I do dookie braids at night before I go to sleep. That's how I get these.
Yeah,
I just take them out.
That's Stephanie
I won't
does.
wear them for real.
That's what Stephanie does. She'll do her hair like that. And then it'll be wrinkly the next day. That's another thing, guys. Here in Texas where I live, they're doing that going to school 4 days a week. So wherever you live, let me know how long y'all are going to
Yeah,
school.
and I keep forgetting.
How do y'all do it up in Canada? How's y'all's school year? Because down here, we're going to start the first week, second week of August.
Yep, it's not next week, but the week after.
Yeah. We're starting early, and they're doing 4 days a week, which is kind of fucking dumb.
I'm not looking forward to it.
Yeah. It's just don't.
But yeah, my ass is falling asleep. So is my hands. So I think that this was a great episode.
Yes, it was. Slam dunked it like I funked it. We got up, we got down, we got dirty, and we got funky.
Yep. And I have no children, so
yes.
I'm gonna go have myself a nice dinner.
And I'm gonna go get me something for dinner. Gonna go smoke some.
Do you want to go with us?
I'm good. Where y'all going? I might give me money to get me something. If you're going to Mesquite Pit, I might give you like $20 or something to get me a chicken fried steak or something.
Or a brisket quesadilla. That's what I get. Those are fucking awesome.
I kind of want to die from a bad heart. I like fried food.
No, you're all good. I'm just saying that's my personal favorite choice from there because I love brisket and I love quesadillas, and it's like it's the best combo I've ever had.
I guess because I grew up on brisket all the time. Don't get me wrong, I love a good brisket. But there's not many times growing up Mom did chicken fried steak.
That's fair, and I really, really do love chicken fried steak.
Yes. It's a bitch to make and it's messy. But
yeah, just let me know. We'll get you to go.
Good. Dude, I can't wait. I hope one day I can get back into hunting and get a deer and get a backstrap. Oh, fry that up.
They're pretty good. They're pretty delicious.
We just want to say thank you guys for listening. And like I said, the podcast is growing, but you guys still have work to do. We can get these numbers up. I want to get up to like 5,000 downloads quick, guys. So
we can do it.
We can do it. Get the membership up. Hit that subscribe button. Keep downloading. We're pretty much on any platform now, and I've been staying pretty regular with the old YouTube. So go check that out, too. Check our Facebook page out. And like I said, I got that girl from Canada that talks to me sometimes on Facebook. Y'all are more than welcome to do it, too. I love the interaction. So keep it real. Keep it between the lines. This has been Uncle Boo and
Ash Handy.
We'll check you later. That wasn't bad. See, I loved it. I wanted to do a good, long, organic one. And BAM! Ashley delivered.
Yes.
But it is a lot comfortable back here with these chairs now.
I did turn this off, right? Okay.
There you go.
Ugh. Yeah, no, it is comfortable. But one of the other problems I have with the heart stuff is I have poor circulation, and all my shit falls asleep really, really bad.
That's me if I'm a.
So I was good until about 5 minutes ago, and I was like, all right, I'm starting to hurt.
I was wondering you did good. I didn't know how long. Oh shit! Sorry, YouTube. We'll see y'all later. I always forget about this. All right, see you later.
Like, oh my heart.